how are you? So I live at 72 Gamble. For a long time, in the sub-basement, it was known that the access to the sub-basement was broken. There was supposed to be a fence there, but the fence was always broken. There were kids going down there and having parties, doing drugs. Everybody knew about the broken fence. Any idiot who drove past the fence could have seen that it was broken, and this was communicated to the building. The landowner, RANEE, was so negligent, so disgustingly cheap to fix the problem, and they allowed these wild parties in the sub-basement. Well, I forget if it was in January or if it was February of this year, during some drug deal gone bad, or I don't know what the hell it was exactly. But anyways, some kid, 13, 14 years old, was shot dead in that sub-basement. That didn't have to happen. If the landowner, if RANEE, had done their job and fixed that gate, that would never, ever have happened. Certainly not in the basement, at any rate. But they didn't do it. They were negligent. With their own property, they were negligent. And so drug deals were going on in the sub-basement garage there, and somebody got shot. The police showed up, and did their investigation. After the police finished their investigation, and on the ramp down there, you could still see a pool of blood where the kid had fallen. Did RANEE bring in somebody to clean that up? Would you believe no? No. So disgustingly cheap, so disgustingly negligent, so gross. They didn't do anything like that. It was sitting there for close to a week after the police had finished their investigation. Finally, the superintendent went in there to clean it up. A professional to clean up a murder scene? No. He goes in with a water hose and just sprinkles it on down. So where some kid was shot dead, they just used a water hose to clean it up. After the water hose didn't actually even work, you could still see the blood stains all over the place.
Shame!
I mean, is it just me, or is that disgusting? I mean, that's just disgusting. So everybody in the garage there who drove past that area, with our kids in the car, no less, and our kids, well, they don't pay attention all the time, but sooner or later your kid's going to ask, well, what's that blood stain, that red mark there that kind of looks like a person, shaped like a person? It's a hard conversation to have with a kid, because RANEE management and this dipstick here couldn't afford to both have their wine and cheese party and go and clean up the mess.
Shame!
I, for one, am absolutely disgusted by these people. Absolutely grossed out. And I thought I'd share that with you. And this is just I would say it's, the most extreme example of neglect, but it's far from being the only example of their neglect. We have doors to the building, which the locks don't work on them. The door won't stay locked. So any dipstick can just walk right into the building. Do these guys need more money from us?
No!
I'll tell you something. If we send them more money, they'll be able to afford another wine and cheese party, but they're sure as hell not. They're sure as hell not going to be fixing our building. I don't think they're going to be fixing anybody's building. But another wine and cheese party? Absolutely.
Shame!
Shame! My car was broken into because the building is not secure. My own car was broken into. Because these guys won't secure their own building. I mean, it's their own property, for God's sakes. I think they should. Huh?
They blame us.
They blame us.
They blame us. They want us to pay for repairs.
I say one less wine and cheese party. Let's have a repair in the building. At least lock doors. How about that? Anyways, I got nothing else to say.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank you so much.